Hello and welcome. Hey Gian, great to see you. Uh, so this is day 10 of my first playthrough. I had a really fun day yesterday. I'm really excited to jump back into this. Yeah, I fought a ton of bosses yesterday. We explored the Soul Sanctum, fought the Soul Master. I got like the downward stompy move. Um, then I ended up selling a lot of my relics and got a lot of money and finally bought a lot of charms. I feel like I maybe bought most of the stuff from the shops now. Well, there's still a lot of map stuff I need to buy. And then I made my way down into these creepy sewers, and I fought like the dung knight. I forget his name exactly. The Doma. That guy. Let's see, where is he? This guy. Yeah. Um, yeah. This was easily one of my favorite bosses in the game, if not my favorite at this point. Just such a blast. It was just so joyful and silly. Uh, yeah, the guy, he was just having so much fun. They were just having so much fun just uh, with every attack they were doing. And yeah, and then I made my way down back to this like horrific worm zone. All these creepy worms that like fall apart when you attack them, and I found like their mother or something. It's like another boss, and that's kind of where I left off. I kind of tried it a couple times, and I was like, all right, I gotta go for the night, but I'll start this fresh tomorrow. Um, yeah, I saw the Splatoon Raiders trailer. Um, what did you think of it? What are your thoughts? Does it look like what you were hoping for, or was it not enough? You're excited. All right, I'm glad. I'm glad, and I know you're like more up, like current with Splatoon than I am. I only played the first one. Because from my perspective, um, I just feel I was kind of hoping it's been like a year since we heard about it, and I was kind of hoping this would be like a more substantial trailer. I kind of almost feel like it didn't show that much. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it just doesn't really look like the kind of like single player like adventure I was hoping for. It looks like it is still very rooted in like they described it as like, oh, like kind of like defeat like these waves of enemies and get like treasure and stuff. So like rooted in kind of like the gameplay we've seen from Splatoon, but because I would really love to see is like, a Splatoon single player that's not just like and again, to be fair, I've only played the first one. I've seen bits and pieces of the single player and the other ones, so I kind of have a feeling it's still not quite what I want it to be. Because I don't really want like to be like platforming on like floating blocks and stuff in surreal Octoland or whatever. I kind of want to just like explore like more of like the city and have like an open like adventure through like the Splatoon worlds and like stuff like that. That's what like I've always wanted from that series, and I was kind of hoping this game might kind of touch on that. It just might be like these cool islands, but everything they showed looked like I don't know. As far as what I know, it is an actual environment, which is great. Yeah, and again, I'll just need to see more of it. I just feel like they didn't show as much as I thought they were going to show in that trailer. But yeah, because it looked like kind of like they were fighting like all these hordes of enemies, and it kind of looked like some of the stuff I've seen in like the main Splatoon games. So I'm kind of like curious. What's what is so like single player focused about it? But again, I'm not current with Splatoon, so I'm sure people, like you and other big Splatoon fans will notice things that I'm not seeing. But that's just that was my hot take on it. Um, But yeah, no abstract blocks is a plus. And the map looked. They showed like a map of the islands that looked promising. So these are like my favorite enemies in the game so far. They're just so amazingly horrible. And like I was saying yesterday, like the sound design in this game is just like a 20 out of 10. Like I want to like be in the room when they were like recording all these noises for these things. How does my audio sound? I know I ask that every day, but um, you can't see me. Maybe eventually I'll do a webcam, but I'm just smiling like the whole time. I'm just like giggling and to myself and smiling the whole time I'm in this area because I just think these things are so funny. Like they are so funny. They're like the perfect mix of like creepy and like hilarious. Oh, that's good, thanks. You're curious on the lore because the salmonids are they're very cooking themed, so having them salt encrusted is interesting. So it's like you're raiding for treasure, and that makes sense because deep cut are bandits. Okay, yeah. So you like know the lore stuff. Like I don't know any of that lore. Um, and yeah, I did always like in the first game and stuff. The lore was like one of my favorite parts. I was like, I remember being like surprised by it. But that was like the whole point of what I was saying. Like I always thought the world itself was like the coolest part of those games. Um, besides just like the style of them and everything. So I just always wanted to like get out of those arenas and like just go like explore. Uh, I'm just. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to change my my charms. Damn. They give you a little soul fountain here too, which is good. Damn, because I was thinking about it, and there's so many charms I have that would make this boss so much more manageable. I kind of just, yeah, I'm just gonna die because I can't even handle these things. They're just, um, okay, I want to keep that. Yep. I'm sure that's having some impact, but what I want is this. Heavy blow. That shell would be. I'm curious what that does. That could be useful. We'll try what I have for now. Um, I know the shell will be really useful for this boss. I'm gonna hold off on it for now because again, I torture myself with games. It's bad, but I just don't want to minimize. I feel like the whole challenge of this boss is how all these things gang up on you, and I'm worried this will make it too easy, but it probably won't. But I might end up trying it. But I think just being able to knock them back farther will help. Because the boss is like, it's a big like hive, and it just swarms you with all these flying things. Salmonids have a religion based around being cooked and eaten. It's why they have so many cooking implements. But specifically being delicious. So the salt making them tastier and therefore making them more. So the salt makes them more powerful. Um, yeah, I know there's like a lot of cooking themes throughout Splatoon in general. I remember, which is kind of messed up. Like one of the characters in the first game was like a prawn or a shrimp that was like his clothing like looked like it was like I think it was supposed to be like a sweater, but it looked like he was like fried. Um, and obviously like Callie and Marie is a play on calamari, which is like like fried squid, I believe. So yeah, it's like it's cute, but in the context of the world, it's like kind of messed up. I love how there's a delay when it waits for the flying one to go, and then like the other one gets up. There's like a delay before the third part of it gets up, which makes it them less annoying to fight. But I just also think it's good like timing for like the horror of it. Like you feel safe after you kill the flying one, and then the little one gets up. Yeah. Oh god. They really get you if you're not careful. I gotta warm up. Yeah, crustacean. Crustacean, of course. Also, I lost all my money. I forgot that I left a ghost behind. Damn. I don't think I had that much on me because I recently put a lot in the bank. But when I just let myself die earlier, I forgot that I saved after I'd been dying to the boss. The second game is a fish that has been split open and breaded as a form of body modification. God. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You really can't run by them either. I tried that yesterday, but they just like destroy you. Like you can, but I'll just lose health for the boss. It's a lot of money anyway. Where is my ghost? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I love how the passageway to where like the I guess it's like their queen or something. I forget what it's called. Is like hidden too. Like that was like a little secret passage. Great little build up here too with the water. Yeah, the fluke marm. As soon as you get hit once, you're like... Oh my god. Jeez Louise. Gotta find like the right safe spot. See, they like bounce over you there. Yeah. This might be a good place. Nope. To heal. No, maybe not. Just want to try something before I die. Damn. It's like hanging down from the ceiling. I'm curious if you can like knock it down somehow. I think that's what I tried originally. Maybe the dot. No, I don't know. Maybe not. That could be useful. Or soul. Maybe we could do the spiders. I wonder if the spiders would help. Maybe I'll try them just for fun. That only gives me one. Damn. What is this? Two. I feel like those two are both really useful, but I feel like this is gonna make it annoying. I just want this to just be chaos. I just want to see what it's like with all the spiders running around. The third one. Yeah, I liked, I did like they did like a Splatfest trial before the third one came out. I remember playing that I really liked. It was really fun. I liked like the design of the city hub. Yeah, they do help. The spiders do help. It's just like even more chaotic. But yeah, I liked how there were like these back alleys with people at like food stands and stuff. It really captured the atmosphere of being like at a fair or something, or like a concert, but you're like not quite in the venue. You're like outside it. Yeah, it was really cool. And then I watched like streams of like the Grand Fest or whatever that looked really, really fun. I think that's what it was called. Something else about Splatoon that's awesome is, and it's like it's probably in its own way, it's probably like the most like progressive Nintendo game. Like I love how when you start the game, even in this Splatoon Rados trailer, it just starts and it's like, it's not like boy or girl. It's like, what do you want to look and sound like, you know? And like, just what do you want your hair to look like? And it's just like, what do you want to look like? I love that so much. That's so cool. I think in the 3 it was like choose your style instead of like your gender. So it's like, I feel like it's like easy to tell that it's made, I think, I don't know like everything about the devs behind it, but I think it's clearly made by like a lot of like, I want to say like new blood in Nintendo, but I mean they might have been there for a while, but they're just like being freed to like make their own game more so and so on. Yeah, I'd love to see like more of that, I guess, in Nintendo. More new stuff in general, like more new IPs and everything. I feel like Splatoon was like the last like really major, like really significant, like Nintendo feeling, like big new IP. That Grand Fest was one of your favorite memories? Yeah. I don't know, I just got some of that, like, dream energy. I don't even know how to get that. Sometimes I just get it. Oops. Sorry. Um, sorry, this bot's name is so funny to me. I just banned like a bot that came in, and its username is mistaken powerboat swept. So okay. Like I don't know if you even saw that, Gian. I don't know if you can see. I think they like get auto-modded like automatically or something, so I don't even know if you can see them. But yeah, it's just really funny. Those poor power boats. Spiders, help! Spiders! Protect me! Oh god, just get it, get it. No. Okay. I can't see them. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this fight is like designed around this. Like, I'm just not gonna torture myself. It's not like my favorite kind of boss anyway. Like, I love bosses that are just like a one-on-one fight. Where you're just like dodging and all that. Like the dung beetle guy was awesome. This is kind of just like an endurance test, so yeah. I just don't want to be stuck here for like an hour. I just want to keep exploring. I mean, I can obviously come back to it, but I like to when I find a boss, I like to do it. Like I like to stick with it until I do it as best I can. Yeah, you really can't run from them. Oh my god. It's like funny. It's like it's a pretty rough like walk back to the boss for this one, but at the same time, I think that's kind of intentional. Like they want you to keep getting exposed to these enemies. I just feel like completely like ganged up on by them and stuff. So it's like kind of like enhancing like the mood in this case. Like I think they want you to be like, oh, I'm just like so sick of these frickin' worms. So like they want you to like be motivated to like destroy the big nest. Jeez. Oops. Right, my shield. Look at this poor little bug skull. So it's like its top half rips off and starts flying at you, and then its bottom half starts running at you. So wild. Okay. try this. What? Wait. Hold on. How does this work? Yeah, what? Maybe you have to be absorbing it? It only starts working when you start absorbing it, maybe? That did not work at all like I expected it to. While focusing soul. So I guess you have to start focusing soul and then it starts working, I guess, is how it works. Let's see if there's something else I have. This could probably be useful. Be double. That costs 3. That could be useful too. Let me try it with this again. I guess I'll try that. I'm curious what this does. And I'll do that too. Does this like ward them off, I wonder? I wonder if this is just like a joke and it's just cosmetic. I still have... I don't know, the shield comes out as soon as you start doing it. I'm confused by that. Let's see. And you know what? I should get the. I should get that. Like, it comes out as soon as I start doing it. I don't know. I don't think the stinkiness is doing anything, but I thought maybe that was like the trick. Like, can I attack? No. That thorn is useful. Yeah, it doesn't seem to do anything. Weird. Very weird. Maybe it wards off like one attack and then it stops working or something? I don't think they were even hitting me, so... Seems like hiding under there. I think it's, yeah, like, it's just better to just... Okay. I was just like approaching it wrong. Yeah, that wasn't really bad at all. It was better to just like go all out on it instead of like I was just like hiding under there and just getting destroyed. So yeah, I don't think none of these charms even the Thorns of Agony helped probably, but so that wasn't bad. So what's this? Living charm born in the gut of a fluke marm. Transforms the vengeful spirit spell into a horde of volatile baby flukes. Um, what is that? Vengeful. Do I have that? I don't think I have that. Don't think that's the thing I have. Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I wanted to read its entry. Seems to want to latch onto any living thing that comes by with its sharp little teeth. It will leave its cousins alone though, so it isn't completely mindless. Dangerous, unpredictable foes that infest the pipes below Hallownest capital. Even when it seems you've killed them, you need to stay on guard. Flukemarm. An insatiable breeder has populated the waterways with its kind. Its insides double as a nest for young fluke flies. Or fluke phase. Fluke phase? Fluke phase. I don't know. The desire to breed, to leave behind a memory of ourselves in the shape of a child. It seems to be etched deep into the heart of every living creature. I too have felt the pull of that base instinct. Okay. So I can still hit it. Can't do anything. Probably not. Okay, so that was just like an optional thing. Alright, so let's keep exploring. Very much getting like lost in the world again. Kind of like earlier in the game, when I was going into like to like Deep Nest and stuff, I just had like no sense of place, and I love when that happens. And then for a while, I was kind of learning the world. I was backtracking more and stuff, and now I'm getting back into just kind of like enjoying getting lost. I do want to go to the bench again. Xion, if you're there, what are you seeing on the stream right now? Are you seeing the charms menu? Okay. All right, just checking. Because maybe I saw it a little late. Because when you said stinky, I was just worried that was like my stream was like behind or something. Because I thought that might have been in response to me like equipping the stinky charm, which was like like 20 minutes ago, so I was a little worried. Yeah, okay, yeah, that I am. All right, thank you for confirming. Um, it's weird. There's like a little. Oh, it's probably because there was like a little light in the middle of it, but I think it's just because the icon. Okay, I definitely want that. Um, I feel like that's useful. Get sprint again. Do like that. That's useful here. I feel like these are like kind of my favorite ones. Yeah. Let me check again. Hold on. Yes, that's longer, faster running. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, I just like this group because they're just like it's like a good passive group of abilities, and I feel like they like ward off situations that can get like overwhelming or annoying. Like sometimes enemies can really like dash at you really fast and overwhelm you, and this helps with that. And this like reduces knockback, I think. And then just being a little speedier, and then the longer nail. I like that little setup. So there was an area I went down like this like huge like mine shaft the other day, and I got killed down there. But there's some like area even lower down than these sewers, so I want to try to find my way back there. And I think that might be like people in like the town hinted there's like I think the elder was talking about how there's like ruins like further beneath the capital that like few have ventured to. That's cool. Kind of guessing that's maybe what that is. Game. That was mean. All the water here I've been able to swim in so far. Now you're gonna bring back the boiling water. Guessing that's nothing. Except it kind of looks like... I had to check. Could always be a secret, you never know. Man. I don't like how the game, it sometimes does just have like straight up blind jumps like that. I'm not a huge fan of that. It's not frequent enough to be like a major issue by any means, but it is something I noticed with this game. Sometimes you kind of just have to jump in the soup, and then you're like, okay, all right, now I know. Okay, I don't. Oh, cool. Okay. So that's that big mine shaft I was just talking about. But yeah, I saw that yesterday. That those two spiky places I just went through. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to like rocket through those later. So I don't know where I'm going now. It's one of those like city soldiers. This game is it's basically just like an open world Metroidvania. Like it's kind of just like with like a really kind of you know, just like special, unique world to it. Where like all the areas are like distinct and interesting. But it's very open. It's more open than any Metroidvania I've played. Which is it's really interesting. It's something I'm probably gonna save talking about until after I finish the game, because I want to see the game as a whole. But it's an interesting dynamic where like I'm loving it. Like I love exploring in this game so much. It's like I can't complain. But it's not like other Metroidvanias, at least a lot that I've played, where like you get an ability and it's like, oh, thank God, I finally got this power. Now I can like immediately backtrack to this area and go to that place. I feel like I'm not thinking much about that in this game because it's just kind of always open, and I don't really like. I feel like I rarely like need an ability to progress or like find a new place. So it's an interesting dynamic where it's like I do love that feeling, that like quote unquote Metroidvania feeling, and I guess this game is a little lacking in that maybe, but again, it's not necessarily a bad thing because I'm still having an absolute blast. Like I just really am enjoying how open it is. And there've still been times, like I got the Stompy move recently, and I am looking forward. There's like a place in the first area on the far right that I'm interested where that's going to lead. That was like the first one of those crumbly floors I found. So it still has that element. It's just a little bit more, less prominent, I guess. It's just different, which that's, again, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like games can be different. It can be like a different kind of Metroidvania. But yeah, again, I gotta see like the game as a whole before I have like a really solid opinion on all that. But if nothing else, I am just, whoa, really, you know, having a blast exploring. Especially because the world is just like, it's just like really special. You're always finding new weird enemies and stuff. That's what's so important in like an open world type of situation, that it's not just like all like, you know, super repetitious stuff or homogenized, or just like just finding piles of like treasure and not like cooler, like substantial stuff, at least in my opinion. I'm gonna ignore that comment for right now, Gian. I'll get to that in a minute, because I wanted to say something else in this game that's amazing is there's so much enemy variety. There's so much, like, and like there's just like all these optional bosses I'm running into. Like, it just keeps interesting, and it just makes the game more exciting and more fun to be like. When I went into that sewer area, it's like I just heard those disgusting worms like off screen. I just heard their noises, and it's just like so fun to be like, what is this weird thing I'm gonna run into now? And like, yeah, I'm just loving seeing all that, and all the enemies have so much personality too. I just realized I didn't. I don't think I read these descriptions. Yeah, I read theirs. Um, so what are you saying about Spirit Tracks? Are you saying that Spirit Tracks is anything like an open world game with interesting discoveries? Because no. uh, I don't think I agree. Um, I mean, Spirit Tracks is like one of the most non-open Zelda games. It like literally railroads you, and the way discovery works in that game is you have to do like train side quests to unlock the gems that unlock the new tracks to get to new areas. So like you, everything in the game is so like um, heavily limited and structured in that way. It has trains and puzzles. I mean, it does have that, but um, it's not really relevant to what I'm talking about, you know. But you know, and I'm not saying that that kind of design is like, you know, objectively bad or anything. There's no such thing as objectively bad. Like, it's a valid way to design a game. It just doesn't capture what I tend to love about Zelda, which is the discovery. Hey, Rick Kickham, what's up? Good to see you. You did indeed. You did indeed. I was talking about how much I've been enjoying exploring this game, and then my friend Gian here brought up Spirit Tracks because that's I don't know, the pinnacle of exploration. Um, yes, I admire Spirit Tracks' creativity in a lot of ways, but yeah, it just was like that was what like Zelda had been getting more and more hyper structured and linear, and that was like, I mean, that and Skyward Sword were like the epitome of that, and that's why like, you know, Link Between Worlds and Breath of the Wild were such a, it's a cliche to say it, everyone says it, but breath of fresh air, you know, like just, but seriously, like they were like a return to form to me. They brought back the magic of like exploring in Wind Waker or some of the older games. Um, but yeah, now that since you brought up Zelda, I mean, I was talking about enemy variety, and like, I mean, this is exactly what I want in like the newer Zeldas. Like, I just think the enemy variety in those games is still pretty. It's better in Tears of the Kingdom, but like not by much. Like, I still just think compared to the older Zeldas, it's pretty pitiful. And again, this game just proves you can have a variety of interesting enemies with different kinds of designs. And yeah, like sure, a lot of these enemies are just like little flying things. There's some repetition, but I still think like the majority of them have like their own little attack pattern and like yeah, it just makes the game funner. It's just more exciting instead of like constantly running into like the same bokoblins and stuff. And I saw like an argument once that was like you can't like Breath of the Wild, like those games are like they're like quantity over quality with enemies, like or sorry, quality over quantity, because like the bokoblins have like a bunch of different actions they perform when they're way more complex than your typical game enemy. But I don't disagree that they are complex in a lot of ways. They have a lot of different actions, but I don't really care. Like I would rather them be less complex and just have more enemy variety. I would rather have enemies like in this game that might do like one action, but there's just a lot of them and they're all varied and interesting. Um, I am I beat that boss I was stuck on Rick. Do you mind if I call you Rick or like I feel kind of funny. I feel because I know your real name obviously, but um whatever. Okay. Yeah. Um yeah, so what was I gonna say? But yeah, so I am locked in because I did beat that boss that I was stuck on, and it wasn't even that bad. It was like pretty quick. Um, you love Tears of the Kingdom's five new enemies because I feel like they belong to the world. But the thing is, they're still boring to fight. It's cool but ineffectual. Yeah, my problem with Tears of the Kingdom's new enemies is like I do like. First of all, I love the new overworld bosses. I just wish there were more of them because that's the problem. It just gets repetitive. Like once you've fought half a dozen of them, it's just like once you fought three of them, really, it's just like okay, something new, please. You know, um, and I love the enemies in the desert. The desert was one of my favorite parts of Tears of the Kingdom, if not probably my favorite part. I wish the whole world felt as transformed and like kind of different as they made the desert feel, and like they added new enemies that are like unique to that region more or less. And that's what I wanted more of in that game. I want like when I go to the volcano, I want like unique volcano enemies and stuff, and instead they just kind of have like, oh, like the flame version of Lizalfos and flame Octoroks and stuff, or stuff like that, and that's just really boring to me. Um, I know like they take advantage of some of the mechanics, like the elemental properties and whatever. I get it, but it's still just boring thematically to me. Um, and yeah, and some of the other enemies I just found as the game went on just really tedious to fight. I think like the Horriblins, all the enemies in the caves, like every cave ended up having them, and they're not hard, they're not interesting. You just shoot them with an arrow, you knock them off the ceiling, and then you just kind of like whack away with your sword until they're dead. That's not an interesting enemy design. The what do they call it? The likes were really like cool, and like I love how like disgusting they made them. But they just got tedious to fight. Like especially the ones that hang down from a ceiling. You have to like stun them, and then like they're just kind of flopping around, and then sometimes they like get out of range of your weapon, and it's just kind of annoying. Like I don't know. So I think the problem is, again, I think for the first like a couple dozen hours of the game or whatever, like I was loving it, and I was loving finding all the new enemies, and it's just repetition. Like eventually you do get sick of them because there just isn't enough variety. But yeah, right. All the different, yeah, just different colors and different elemental properties. It's like I just want something. Where are the dark nuts? Where are like the actual Poe enemies? Like, um, just so much stuff that's not there. Anyway, there's your Zelda rant for today. But yeah, no, this game is great. Like the enemy variety. I have yet to like go to a new area that has not had its own unique enemies that like fit the theming of that area. It's fantastic. Oh, it's just money over there. Okay. Oh, sneaky. Get a sip of water. Okay. Only those who prove their honor in combat may enter the Grove Beyond. The Defender. Is that the? I wonder if that's like the... Sorry, one second. Okay, sorry. I wonder if that's the Dung Defender. Um, so I wonder if I need my my sneaky powers to get through here. The Grove Beyond, cool. Um, Not even where as has been happening in this game, and I love this kind of thing. I wanted to go back to like that lower area where the mine shaft was, but now I'm just intrigued by this. It's over there. I love all these giant like leaves growing. They really like made it feel like a moist environment with all this stuff that would like grow down here. Okay. That's interesting. So I wonder if you get the ability to swim in that eventually. Oh. Oh, you're jumping. Oh, I was like, what the heck hit me? Damn. Oh, man. I don't think they've jumped before. That caught me off guard. Alright, I'm gonna take my first 5-minute break. It's been about an hour, so I'll BRB in about 5 minutes. I ranted for Zelda too long. I'm like, oh, it's already been an hour? Okay, I'll BRB. Alright, I'm back. Man, it is just so, it's so beautiful outside today. Like, um, I like taking my break at this time because it's always like twilight. And it's just like that perfect time of day when it's just like, the sun is like just over the horizon and the sky is like kind of like tinged with golds. And you can like start to see like the first stars coming out. I love that time of day. But I went for a walk earlier, and it's just like spring is just like in full bloom with all like the flowers and like the colors and stuff. It was just like a perfect blue sky. It was just so nice. You're gonna come alive. Now back to this horrible sewer. I love this sewer, but I will say that man, like this part of me, I do appreciate the like the bench mechanic in the sense that there's like a tension. You just want to keep exploring until you get to the next bench, and it's like, oh, okay, like my progress is saved. But man, is it deflating when like you feel like you're just like deep in exploring, and I keep forgetting about it, and then I die, and I'm like, oh, all the way back here, because like for me when I'm like exploring, like I feel like I kind of stumbled on something like cool going in that direction. There's some kind of hidden grove over there. Like the scenery is changing. There's all this vegetation appearing. And like right now, I could just go a different direction, but like I don't want to. I just want to go back to where I was and just keep exploring that area. So it feels like, um, it just kind of feels like time wasting or just kind of tedious. That I'm like, okay, let's just run back to where I was, and I'm probably just gonna try to like avoid most of the enemies. Because like I just want to go back to right where I was. So that's kind of like the downside of that for me. That's not the way though. And again, I don't have to do this. I don't have to, but I want to because it seemed like an interesting place. So I'm a little mixed. I'm just a little mixed on that whole mechanic. And I mean, they're basically not that much different from just like a save point in another game, but I guess that's true. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just feel like they're a bit more rare than I would maybe like them. But again, like I said, there is something I kind of appreciate about it. So yeah, it's just a little mixed on it. It's like I just want to keep moving forward and keep exploring. Instead of getting like sent back. Shit. And the other thing is like I gotta go get my money back, right? So like it really encourages you to go right back to where you were too. It's like I could go a different direction, but then I lose my money, so. Through there. But I think I said this in an earlier stream. It's always quicker than I think it is. It's always quicker than I think it is. Because, like, I'm already pretty much back where I was. So, like, here I am kind of complaining. But when you just kind of dodge all the enemies and stuff, you get back there pretty lickety-split. This is cool. It's like some dungeon in the city, and, like, the floor is open down to the sewers. I'm guessing that leads back to the city. So was it this way? So yeah, it feels like it's longer than it is, but like it didn't take me too long to get here. So I don't know. Again, it's one of those things that, you know, it will take me like the whole game. Like, you know, just looking back, I'll be like, was that actually annoying? Did I like that? I gotta see this experience like holistically. And then I might be like, actually, I kind of liked that element. I don't know. And this was... Yep. Brother. So there was another... Can't really follow you, huh? There was another, like, pit over here. Oh, I see. Okay. Just gonna tank them. Oh, he came down lower than I thought. Okay. It's so morbid how the enemy is just like... They don't like poof into smoke or something. Or like crumble away or just disappear. Like a lot of games, their bodies just stay there. You can see them like curled up and stuff. Again, it's... that melancholy this game has. Or like, yeah, I don't know, just, morbidness or whatever you want to call it. Oh. Eastmas Grove, cool. Sorry, I hit my mic. Impeccable vibes. Indeed, it is certainly going for a vibe, and like I said earlier, I think it's pretty much nailing it. It's definitely knows what it wants to be. So that wasn't like a major area title card, so this is interesting. I love like when you fall down into like an area, like a different area, like that. Like I was in these gross sewers and now it's all like overgrown. It's cool. I wonder if I'm gonna get the ability to survive in the boiling water in this area. That's so cool looking. Another like Super Metroid statue moment. It almost looks like there's a boss in Super Metroid in like the Norfair area. The one that like jumps in the lava and turns into like a skeleton. It kind of looks like that a little bit, like the root curling around. And there's like a face underneath it or something. Really cool. Eastmas Tier. Acid shall be repelled. Swim in acidic waters without coming to any harm. Yep. Awesome. I could just tell because there's like so much of that around here. And I just saw that place nearby. See, this is like, you know, this is that Metroidvania feeling. I saw that place up above and I was like, I wonder if you're going to get the ability to swim in there. And I just got it. And now I got to find my way back up there. If this was Metroid Dread, I would like fall through a pit and it would dump me right back in that area. But we'll see if that happens. But if it's a good Metroidvania, I'll find my way back there. No, I like Metroid Dread. I have some issues with its design. I like to like use my brain and like find, you know, like the places to use the item or like remember where they were, instead of just kind of being like led by a string to where you need to go. This is a classic, very like classic video game moment, like going underneath the scenery. No brain, only fight. Have you played? Are you like a? I never really talked to you about Metro. Have you like a Metroid fan, Rick? I don't know if I've talked to you about that series before. Yeah, so I was gonna say, so these little caterpillars, I just like it clicked in my head like today or yesterday. I was like just thinking about the game, and I was like, oh, I just realized. I don't want to look at the map right now because I don't want to like spoil where I am. But I just realized where I think you have to go to like use them or figure out what they are. At the very beginning of the game, in the very first area, it was like the first room I went in. There was like a big caterpillar that was crying in this big room. So I think I have to go back there, and it's like all their babies, and they're probably like all going to be in that room. There was like a big structure that they're probably all like hanging out in, and you probably get like rewards there or something. It's probably like the Skulltulas in Zelda. So I got to go back there when I remember to. I just like thought of it. I was like, because I have not done anything with those caterpillars yet, and I'm like, oh, that's probably what they're for. You haven't? Okay. Um, you would probably like Metroid Dread because it is very. I know you like tough bosses and combat and stuff, and it is very. The I think Metroid Dread is it's an excellent like action game. Like the bosses are super fun. It's super fun to play. The movement's really fun. I just had some issues with its like exploration and progression component. I just thought it was a bit too straightforward for my tastes in a Metroidvania, but it's still an extremely fun game. And yeah, I mean, most places you'll go, you'll hear a ton of praise for it. But yeah, I mean, I like. Oh, okay, well, here you go. I mean, well, this is like not quite the same thing because it's like it's just the way out of the area. Um, so it's not quite the Metroid Dread thing I was talking about because this is just like I thought I would go to the other side of this and it would lead to a new area, but it's just the way out of this area. So, but there was more down here. Um, but I would, yeah, I'd highly recommend Super Metroid. Of course, I probably don't need to tell you that. Um, Probably my favorite Metroidvania, though this game might very well overtake it. And Metroid Prime, of course, is a must play. That game is like one of the only games I might call perfect. Like, you know, that I have very few, if like no real substantial issues with. It's just a really, really good game. It's been a long time since I played it, and I still need to play the Switch remake, but I heard it was, or remaster, I guess. I heard it was really good, though. Okay, so I think that's just where I came from. So I love just like stumbling on a cool hidden area and getting like a major upgrade like this. It's just so fun. There's like no right path in this game. You really just explore and find stuff, and it's awesome. And find like substantial like upgrades and stuff. Uh, so fun. One thing I'll say is, where are the wall jumps? A lot easier in this than they are in Super Metroid. They're kind of intentionally obtuse in Super Metroid though, because you can like use them to do like sequence breaks and stuff. But still, I wish wish they were like a little less cumbersome in that game. Wait. Okay, that's just all that. maybe I hadn't been to that area. Maybe I love how the leaves here, they're kind of like popping off the wall. It's like all 2D art, but it's giving like the impression that they're growing on the wall and stuff. Like they have like a sense of like depth to them, I guess. What am I doing? Oh, this is okay. Hold on. I like these guys' noises. No, this is where I came from. Okay. What's up here? Okay, well I know where I want to try to go. So let's try to get there. Oh, can't do that. Yes, okay, I'm so glad that worked. Alright, that's awesome, that's perfect. Like, so this is like this huge like mine shaft I fell down the other day, and I really wanted to come back here and see what's down here. I love like the quiet. There's all like these shadows around. I feel like there's something bad down here. That looked like so breakable. Looks like it would be satisfying to break. That symbol is like the symbol of Hallownest. It's like the main crest, I think. This. Yeah, the authority of the king and his knights. I wonder if this is like the king's tomb or something. So yeah, I died in this room. Yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Dages through the air just out of reach until it spots an opening, then swoops in for a decisive strike. If you're confident, wait for it to come to you, then counter attack. So I think that was just a little secret over to the right. It's funny there's like bug people in this world, but there's also just kind of like regular bugs too. But yeah, I mean, I guess that can be possible. Or I guess like the stag beetle transport dude is like intelligent, so maybe some of them just, and they look more like a regular bug, so maybe they're still intelligent, just some are more bug-like. It's like a whole cavern made out of like maggots or bug shells or something. So I guess that's been a lot of the environments. It's like lamps down here, like it was once part of the city or something, maybe? Or if it's like some kind of like sub-city. That'd be so cool. Sub-city under the city that's already underground. So quiet. Let's see. Oh. Whoa. Careful. Oh. I don't know what the hell's going on. uh Careful with like foreshadowing, Gion. It's not a big deal by any means. Just because I just like I have no idea what's even going on right now. Like I didn't even really know this was like gonna be like a major area. Like I don't even know where I am. Um, so yeah. Um, yeah, it's not a big deal. It's like it's just like when I like first like get to like I figure it's gonna lead this is gonna like lead to some kind of area. Just yeah, like it just kind of gives me like an expectation, like oh, it is gonna be like because I was just talking about how like oh, it'd be cool if this was like some big underground like thingy majig, and it kind of gives me an expectation like well, it's probably gonna be something like that. It's just like that kind of thing. It's how I am with like spoilers and stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you understanding, of course. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Um, but it was like the other day, like I remember when I got to like Crystal Peak, like Scratch was here and was like, I hate this area, and it's the same kind of deal. It's like either way, it's just kind of like it's like, well, let me, again, not like calling either of you out. It's not a huge deal, but it's like just let me like, let me see the area a little bit first. But yeah, you have, to be fair, you probably have said that about like most areas. Uh, yeah, exactly. But yeah, you probably have said that a lot. Like, oh, I love this area and this area. I mean, I think you said that about the city too. You're like, oh, this is my favorite area, and I love the sewers. All right, so there's so much to look at here. So this is like looks like a big tram, which is really weird and exciting because like, what is this gonna be like a whole other map or something down here? It's so strange, and it's so quiet. What the hell? Yeah, it's honestly same. Uh, it's just a treat, and I'm already getting like, even though I'm still like in the middle of it, it's still a lot to experience. I'm already understanding why the wait for Silk Song was so agonizing because it's like I feel like this game is such a treat. It reminds me of Breath of the Wild in a lot of ways. I just feel like, man, you don't get a game like this very often, where like just almost everything feels so special, and it's just so fun to explore and experience this world. And it's like this thing that like there's another one of these that's out now. Like there's another one of these games from the same team. It's almost like you feel like spoiled. Like uh so yeah, obviously I still have, I'm focused on this game for now, but eventually I'm sure I will definitely want to play Silk Song down the line too. I guess. This is so weird and cool. Like, do I keep going down or do I take the tram? So torn. I guess. You can go both ways? Oh, let's get the rest first. I want to see what's beneath me first, I guess. Because this looked cool. I love how it's like all like, almost like grayscaled, like faded out. Yeah, for sure. And it keeps pointing down. Whoa. So this is definitely must be the ruins the elder was talking about. So, whoa. So that's like the king. A true servant gives all for the kingdom. Let Hallownest's pale king relieve you of your burden. So they're called the Pale King. Drop all Geo into the fountain. How much do I have right now? 660. What if you just have like 10 and you drop it in? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Maybe if I had more, I would give the prompt again. I wonder if this is one of those things, like Zelda does this a lot, where you just keep dumping stuff in the fountain and eventually you get something. There's a thing in A Link to the Past, I think, in the Lake Hylia in the middle. And then it was in Twilight Princess, too. There was like a guy in Castletown. Where eventually you get a piece of heart. So Gian, remember what I was saying the other day about how the map guy is kind of just it's kind of just always right there in a new area. You don't really need to search for him that hard. And I was wrong in that area, but you know, yeah. Here, this is what I was talking about. And then the game made fun of me. Yeah, but I was right this time. Old caverns, these ones. Can't you just feel the weight of the kingdom above? It's a heavy thing, all right. I reckon not many'd reach these depths. We're pioneers, you and I, at least in recent history. Hell no. Well, it's not that. You don't have enough geo? I understand. I give you the map as a gift, but I don't think my wife would be very happy if I did. Yeah, I forgot I just gave all my money away anyway. Just want to see if he said anything else. Yeah, this is the kind of area I definitely just want to be totally in the dark with. I wonder if this is... There was something earlier that said like Deep Nest was like the deepest part of the kingdom, but I have a feeling this is even deeper, which is cool. But I don't know. I don't want to know. Yeah. Too poor for Map Man, but I wouldn't do it anyway. I really, so right now I really love there's no music. It feels like just frozen in time. Like it just feels like a completely like lost, just deep part of the world. At the same time, any minute now, every one of these holes I drop into, I'm just like waiting for like some like somber music to start up. But I think I might be okay if there just isn't any music here. Um, it's really setting a mood. Do we follow the signs? Is the question. Or do we keep going deeper? I love any kind of game where you're like underground, you just keep going deeper. Like Metroid 2 is like that. I always liked that about that game. Now it's completely quiet. There's not even any like wind. There was kind of like an ambience above, I think, but here it's just silent. Whoa. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and regret of its creation. We shall enter that place no longer. So the vessel is the egg, I think, and this kind of looks like the egg. I bet this is like the hardest boss in the game. It's probably like some super bosses in here that's like the messed up remains of like, I don't know, their experiments or whatever when they created the vessel. So let's say it again. I'm writing this down. So refuse of vessel is like bottom of the ancient basin area. I don't know if it's the bottom, but down below. Whoops. Sounds like it's like whispering or something. Very cool. The map guy he takes away from... I wish he just wasn't even here. I wish this place just didn't have a map, like, ever. It would just enhance, like, the mystique. Like, it always, like, takes away from the vibe for me when, like, you feel like you're in this lost, forlorn area, and then you just, like, run into some other NPC who's just like, oh, hello. That was, again, mini Zelda rant. That was part of Tears of the Kingdom for me, like, versus Breath of the Wild, where Breath of the Wild, like, you felt like you were, like, alone a lot of the time. In Tears, it just felt everything had already been, like, pre-discovered, which is kind of interesting in its own way. It feels kind of natural for the world to progress that way, but I just liked the mystique of Breath of the Wild more. Though the depths kind of made up for it a bit because they were really unexplored, except by, like, the Yiga a little bit, so... I did like that, at least. I mean, even if the depths could have been better, I still loved that part of the game. It was my favorite part of the game. It, like, made the game for me. I loved the atmosphere and the wonder of the unknown and just getting lost in the dark down there. is this? Oh, okay. I kind of like I gave my geo up. It kind of makes it... How they're giving this to me, though, because this is going to be a rough section. Makes it more risky, though. Game. You troll. You absolute troll. There was like stuff in the middle. That was mean. The game hasn't really done anything like that. That was like a Sonic moment. Like hurtling you into some spikes. I love Sonic for the record, but Sonic games do that sometimes. Especially some of the nastier ones. Like some of the stuff in the Game Boy Advance games and stuff. Some of the later 2D ones, I think, do some nasty stuff. It's like wind blowing out of this tunnel and all the darkness. I feel like I'm in like an old film, like it's like a film grain kind of look to it. Like black and white film. I have no idea where the hell I am. Let's jump in another hole. This game is it's so cool. I love this game so much. Why did no one ever tell me about this game? Just kidding. I should have played it a long time ago. I just keep going lower and lower. I love the wind. I'm like in some cavern, but there's like wind. That's so interesting. Does that hurt you? Nope. Oh, not you again. It's my arch nemesis. I was stuck on this boss for a long time. Wild Lyric. Large and mobile creature wildly spits venom when intruders pass by. I am jealous. Yeah. I am a little jealous. Yeah, like I should have been the one to pioneer and discover this area. Though I guess other people talked about it. Just that no one has returned. This also is like a Mario enemy. It's like one of those like, I think they're just called like panzers. They're in like Mario World and Mario 3, I think. They like spit out those flowers that like spit fire up in the air. They might be in Mario 2 as well. I can't remember for sure. It's kind of funny. I can like feel the wind. I can feel it. Feels like there's like a chilly vibe. What are these? Single-celled organism completely infected. Scurries about simple-mindedly. Strange air has been seeping down from above since long ago. Some of the air became liquid. And some of that liquid became flesh. And some of that flesh came to life. I don't know what to make of it. Strange air. So I wonder if that's like the wind. Interesting. I always feel like bad killing there's like some creatures in this game that are just kind of innocent. They don't really like attack you, but like I just thought, I thought maybe it'd be like give me some something, or I don't know, like they wanted you to attack it, but that is an interesting little lore tidbit. Yeah, I don't know what I expected to happen there. Shit. What? Wait, what? Holy shit. No way. Stop attacking me. I'm dying here. I don't even care. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this whole game just changed for me. What a discovery. So, I used the dream nail earlier when I found the first dreamer, and when I attacked them with it, I guess I could hear their thoughts. And it didn't never clicked for me. I've not tried to use that on a single enemy until this point. I was thinking that the wind-up attacks, they're just so slow. I just feel like they'd only really be worth it against bosses, but all the bosses are always like jumping around fast, so it just never feels worth it. You were waiting for when it would click for me. Yeah, I did it. I was only ever gonna do it against an enemy like this that's just stationary, and I was like, well, it's the perfect time to finally use one of those attacks. So I wonder, is that like every enemy? Oh no, and they're all like sentient, so it seems like they were saying they're like scared. This is gonna be so hard to do for some enemies though. I don't have any money anyway because I gave it all away, so I don't care if I die. Oh, man. So I wonder if it's like all these enemies used to be intelligent, but it's because they're infected. That they're all like messed up or something. So maybe this does have like an Undertale thing going on where... Let's see. Like I'm oh my god. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. That's wild. That's so wild. So this spammer was named Moist Cornucopia. I'm not gonna read them all, but I just these names. um, oh, they're just like they're just bots and stuff. I think it's just I don't know, jumbled together words. Yeah, it's all like AI and stuff. Scared. Yeah. This is, man, I don't know how to feel about this now. Like, I just... It's a very interesting revelation. But it really, like, recontextualizes the whole game narratively, because it's like, oh, I'm just, like, having fun exploring, and, you know, like, I'm fighting all these enemies, but, you know, I'm just, like, defending myself, and there's all these weird bugs and stuff. But now I feel like there's more, maybe more going on. Like, they're actually just, again, it's kind of like an Undertale thing where it's like they're monsters, but they're not actually monsters or something. And now I'm once again wondering if I actually had a choice to not kill, like, the dreamer. And if I'm gonna get some bad ending or something. I hope not, but we'll see. I still only found one of the dreamers. I've not found the other two. I'm gonna see if I can do anything else with them when I find them. But, um, yeah. That's like a wild little revelation. So now it's like, oh, I feel so bad killing things now. Maybe they're like in pain or something. I don't know what's going on. Also, they are still trying to kill me. What is that called? So that's interesting. We have this one was like up above, and now we're like running into all its species. It feels like extra affecting to discover that in this area too. Because it's so quiet and eerie, and so this is cool. So it's like they sealed away the plague up above, I think, but down here, like it still looks like it's still corrupting the area. They didn't quite. It's like so far away from everything else. It looks like maybe I don't know. Not even like paying attention. I'm just thinking about the game now, and like the world building and stuff. Sorry, buddy. Oh no. Rest its prey by spitting corrosive liquid off on some packs. Cutting pros will try to pick you off from a distance. Don't give them any space. Just charge in and cut them down. You'll find they're not so cunning once they are dead. What? Hello.
No lesson.
My friend, you dealt with all those beasts? I'm ashamed to say I was hiding. Those ghastly things chased me and I ran. If you hadn't come along, who knows if I'd ever have survived. Others take me for a fearsome warrior, or with my impressive size. But this kingdom's beasts, I wonder if I'm just no match for them.
Bakusa!
Enough! I cannot wallow in my weakness. I must take strength from your example. You act so confident in battle. You show no fear before your foes. I'll try my best to do the same.
Thus Manuran.
I look forward to our next contact, tiny savior. Then you'll meet a warrior with courage to match your own.
Thus Manuran.
I wonder if you fight them or something. I wonder, like, these like black bars. let's go down in this hellish nightmare. Music started. Interesting. Where are they suddenly added music? Maybe it's because there's two of them. So it looks like there's like several eggs maybe, because this is like... It kind of looks like the black egg up above. It's like, it's got the same, looks like muscles or something inside it. Oh, pale ore. That's, what do I use that for my sword? Yeah. I thought that's what all that would be in here, but nope, still more. I'm curious if a lot of the enemies are like the same, when I read their thoughts or whatever, if they're like the same kind of, like just like pain, like scared, like that kind of stuff. Or if they actually all have like unique things they say. So I'm like, how do I even get those ones? Oh, I don't have soul. Damn. They're probably all really mean. Oh, I hear yeah, there's probably a guy down there. And so far they just seem really messed up. Sorry, I need your soul so I can save a bug. Come on. So I wonder if that was pointing me towards, that sign was pointing me towards, like, the egg. Oh wait, I can go to the bench and refill my health. And I also need to take, my last break, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, it's gone a little bit longer than usual. It's just so nice outside right now. There's just like this perfect breeze. Like, there's like a crescent moon. Um, yeah, it's been such a nice day outside. Um, all right, so I want to go rescue this little guy. I think is over here. Was it? Was it this way? God. Yeah, I hear them. This enemy's strategy is pretty solid. Like, can't far away from them, they just spit acid at you, which stains the floor. And then if you try to get close, they just start mauling you. They're so cute. Oops. Okay. Where did I want to go? I wanted to go back to where I got killed. I like zoomed out. I am curious where these signs lead, though. I wonder if those are just leading to like where that. Okay, that's where you were. Oh, that's not where you were. Oh, that's where the fountain was. Yeah, no, because that other thing was down below. So what the? Oh, I can't get up there. Huh. And it's always like the jump is like I'm just not high enough. Alright, let's try to go back to where I was then. These little guys are just no thoughts, head empty. That's funny. So those are just like little bugs, I guess. But the Moloch things, they did say they like are lonely. Its description said something like it lashes out when it's lonely or something. Or is it? Ferocious but extremely social creature. Yeah, becomes aggressive if not able to mingle with its own kind. I hear this beast crying out sometimes as I prowl the caverns. Although I've never actually laid eyes on it, who or what is it calling for? Its call is never answered. I wonder if its call is never answered because all its kind are way down here in this like super deep area, and it's like it was like separated from them. And it looked like they were like the bodies of other of its species were around it when I fought it. But maybe it was just like the last surviving one like up above. I'm also curious if you ever like. I wonder if like the hunter eventually becomes like a boss. Maybe if you like fill out the whole journal or something. The hunter is who gave me like the whole bestiary. It was like I just saw like their eyes. They were just like this huge creature inside like a weird cave or something. Like I could see something like that happening. Or not, maybe. But okay. So I still don't have Geo. I do have a little bit. How much does it cost? Oh, we can get it. Sick. That's so funny. They really like draw at that animation because they just know it's funny. Oh, I should have equipped the like the gem catcher thing. No, oh, damn it. Getting like little tangled on all my wires here I have plugged in. Okay. Looks like there's something down here. Nope. Okay. It's worth it because we got the bench. Come on. Thinking like, can I feed them something? Probably not, but sorry, little guys. Didn't quite work. Gluttony is a sin. Oh yeah, yeah. I read that book too. Yeah. Coincidentally enough. Man, I wish there was a way to. I don't know if there's a way to attack those up above. Yeah, Gian, have you ever heard of a book called Johannes Cabal, the Necromancer? That was the Rick. You probably guessed, but Rick Kickham is part of the book club that I mentioned that I do. Um, Witch Hat Atelier. Yeah, that was it was that was brought up at the book club. I think it was either at the book club or when I I saw some other friends recently, and we were talking about anime. It was, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I said too. I think I said that day. I was like, oh, I think I have a friend who actually mentioned that, because I think you mentioned that to me on Discord too. That's funny. Yeah. By the way, I'll have to. I'll send you. I'll send you. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same people I do. My anime night with that I think I mentioned. Um, yeah, I'll have to message you them on Discord, but I got a lot of good anime recommendations recently. I'm curious if you've. I feel like if anyone has heard of them, it's probably. I feel like you probably have some of them because some of them are like pretty obscure. Um, uh, Red Lion Artist brings it up anytime anime comes up. Yeah, you recorded them on the tone the anime is. Yeah. Um, yeah, one of them is called Gachia Kuta. It's about like a trash world or something. That's the way my friend described it to me. It's like there's an upper like rich class, and they're like dumping their trash down below on like the lower class. It sounded like an interesting world concept. And then uh, Drifting Dragons. I'll have to look at them again. I can't remember. I think it's a manga, but the art looks really gorgeous in that one. I think it's a series on Netflix. You love the manga's art of Gachia Kuta, um, or Drifting Dragons. And then, what were the other two? There was a movie, Children of the Sea, that was brought up. Like there was another one about like this. I think it's like this girl that gets transported into like her favorite anime, and it's kind of like a meta. I think it's kind of like a meta thing show that's about anime. Maybe I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up later. You know what that is? It's something with a T, I think. Um, yes, Peak. I know the manga. I know that one. Yep, the first. Yep, yep. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's so funny. You've heard of like all of them. Yeah, I'll send you the. Well, if you know what I'm talking about, it's fine. I just can't remember the name off the top of my head. I think it's something with like a T or something. But the art looked cool in that one too. Okay. Shion, have you watched Trigun Stampede? Sorry, buddy. Okay, well, we'll just go. It's fine. God damn it. I'm distracted by anime now. Male the Exorcist Fall in Love. That's the name of the show? Is that the name of a show? You have? Yeah, that's what we've been watching recently. We're still pretty early in it though, so I guess I don't really want to like get into talking about it yet, I guess, because it's still like a lot to see. But I was just curious if you had seen it. I'll probably talk about it at some point. It's a manga. Yeah, I think you mentioned that at some point, 'cause I think I mentioned I was watching Trigun. Yeah, I love the '90s show, but I have not seen Stampede until now. Sorry, buddy. 5 page. Yeah, all right. Yeah, yeah. I'll get you that 5 page paper when we're done watching it. What was I gonna say? I can't remember. Oh, I think yeah. I think I was just saying the other day. I need to. Yeah, I should like read more comics and manga. 'Cause, yeah, I was saying to a friend that I've enjoyed like the comics and stuff I've read, but um, I don't read enough of them. And because I love visual art and I love stories and books, and I don't know why I haven't read. I'm not like more, versed in that medium. I guess with manga, I guess I just watch the anime a lot of the time. That's part of it, probably. Yeah. Is Witch Hat a manga? Is that a manga and an anime, or just a manga? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you do. Yeah, yeah. We'll chat about it at some point. I think we're on like episode 8 of Stampede. Okay, it can go down. Oh dear. That's cool. Oh, nice. Now I can go to that place in the town. Because I had one simple key and I used it on the sewer, which I do not regret because it's led to so many cool things. But I'm still really curious what that place on the far right of the town is. Oh, Dirtmouth. Yeah, I was like, can I go inside it, I wonder? The anime just came out, okay. The manga is such a love letter to art, and the comics, art and comics, and the anime is a love letter to animation. That's awesome. Um, do you mean like just the art itself communicates that, or are there actual like differences in the story between the two? I'm guessing you just mean like the animation's just really good. But that would be interesting if yeah, the art itself, yeah. I was gonna say that'd be interesting if it was like about art and I kind of had a different lean on that between the two mediums. The way it translated its ideas. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Damn. Just kind of winging these things. Like they're hard to. I'm not even like trying to dodge. Infected balloon. Single cell of infection is a simple mining of fluid using internal gases. So like some of the creatures are like the infection incarnate, which is interesting. Or I guess it's an infected balloon, so maybe it's just like a fully infected other creature. It's weird that that was unmarked. The anime is using a pop-up book aesthetic to replicate some of the manga's paneling. Okay, that sounds really interesting. Definitely different. I'd like try to like picture what that would look like for a second. So interesting how like the infection or whatever is like around this area. I wonder if this is okay. I have a theory. I wonder if this is like where it came from. If it came from like super deep underground, like they dug it up accidentally and then it like infected their civilization. That's definitely like something I've seen in like other stories, like a classic kind of like trope. Um, Thinking of like kind of like spoilers for Resident Evil 4. I just feel like everyone's played Resident Evil 4, but still, you never know. A lot of people probably say everyone's played Hollow Knight, and I haven't. But yeah, like in Resident Evil 4, they like dug up like the the Plagas. And it started like corrupting everyone. The dwarves delve too greedily and too deep. Yep. That's is that Lord of the Rings? I know I've like heard that quote, but I want to say it's Lord of the Rings. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's never been observed to eat or drink anything. This little creature is weak and poses no threat, but something about it still unsettles me. The way it moves and the noises it makes are strange somehow. I like how the hunter's like afraid of this little thing. Really, Gion? Wow. Read or watched. So I was I think it was when I saw my I'm getting it mixed up. I don't maybe it wasn't at the book club, it was when I saw the people I was talking to anime about. I've seen the movies. I saw the yeah, like the movies are like nostalgic to me, and I've read The Hobbit. I've never sat down and actually read the Lord of the Rings books, which is like a point of like shame for me because I love fantasy. And I mean, these days I tend to not be so much into the Wizards and Dragons type of fantasy. I like fantasy that's like concepts I've never seen before. Like this game, for example, is fantasy, and it's just like this inventive bug society and uh, but I know Lord of the Rings are so classic, and I did love The Hobbit back in the day, so I really need to like actually read those books sometime. Um, but I think that quote is even in the movie because it's definitely familiar to me. Um, 'Cause, yeah, I know those are like required reading, especially if you're in like fantasy and writing and stuff like I am. Whoa. Looking at its body, it's like I don't know if that's like its brain and its head, but I was curious because I've been wondering if like all these characters are wearing like masks or there's something like underneath them. So I thought that this maybe was maybe like a hint of that. Oh, I'm dead. I am so dead. Did I surf too? Shit. Jump. Shit. Shit. Oh man, they're changing up their pattern. Run! Damn, fuck. Oh, that was luck. That was so luck. No, bad time. Bad timing. Heal, heal, heal. Get it. Shit. Jump. Shit, shit, shit. Heal. Jump, damn it. Damn. You sent me, okay. On Discord, yeah. I'll check it out later. Oh, man. Okay, back here. Oh. Thanks. Yeah, it's a really fun, tense fight. Um, so this is really cool. As soon as I saw that corpse, I immediately thought of there was something that looked just like it in the room where I fought Hornet at the very beginning of the game, or very early in the game. And I was thinking back then, I don't know if I voiced it back then. I might have thought of it later off stream, but I was thinking it was like basically another version of me that like Hornet killed earlier, maybe, because she seems to like, be like protecting Hallownest. Because as I've been saying all along, it definitely seems like my main character is like not good. Like I'm trying to like release the plague. It seems like I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm probably being controlled by something. Maybe I'm being controlled by the Hollow Knight inside the egg or something. Though it seems like the Hollow Knight is the one who sacrificed themselves to seal the plague away, so I don't know. But they keep talking about a vessel, and I was thinking that was the egg, but maybe it's me or it's the Hollow Knight, and they talked about developing. There was something on a description down below that said like the remains of the byproduct of the vessel we made that's up above. It seems like what I'm fighting is like what they were talking about, uh, but I don't know. It seemed like they were talking about something sealed behind that door down there. But I don't know. Maybe they were trying to like develop people that could like absorb the plague or something. I don't know. I'm just wildly speculating. But I feel like my character is like I have no name. I just don't talk. I look kind of creepy. I just feel like I'm some kind of weird, like I'm one of these vessels, and they probably keep sending them or something to Hallownest to try to do something. And these are like the ones that failed, and I'm like next in line. I think like that's kind of what's going on, maybe. But yeah, it's really really interesting. I'm very curious to find out. Um, you know, obviously don't want anything confirmed. I know, obviously, I know like I know you and Gian or anything, but just if anyone's else is out there, I am John Hollow Knight. Yes, John Nicholas D. Hollow Knight. All right, yeah, it was here. Forgot to heal. Great start. Whenever I forget to heal, I'm immediately like thrown off. Getting those parries in. I think if you parry him, you like stun him. That was a really good time to heal. Shit. Oh, no, that was bad. Get him. Oh. Whoa. Oh, that... You could... I think you could see, like, his... Or maybe that was just, like, the mist in the background. It looked like its, like, spirit flew away. But I think it was just, like, the effects in the background. Morally ambiguous John Hollow Knight. Yeah, that was a really, like... That was a really, like, tense, really, like, tense fight. And it felt like narratively significant too. I feel like the way they like looked up at me at the end, I feel like I'm like fighting another version of myself or something. Shattered corpse reanimated by infected parasites. The shape of this creature. I've seen something like it before. More than once, perhaps. It looks a little like the bugs of Hallownest, but not quite the same. Where did these empty little wanderers come from? Yeah. So yeah, I definitely think this is like what I am basically, but don't know anything more than that. Thank you for the clap. I have 169 money. Isn't that humorous? Isn't that funny? No. Oh wait. Was there something? I think. Was there something else? Oh my god. This is a disaster. I wanted to see if there's something over to the left. I was kind of like looking at chat when I went over there. I'm not sure if there was. Or maybe I'm going to get the upgrade that lets me jump higher. What does that sound? Yep. Monarch wings. Press B while in the air to flap the wings. Use these ethereal wings to sail above enemies and discover new paths. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Oh, it's so satisfying. Oh, that's such a cool... you can do it a little bit. That's a great double jump. That's such a nice little effect. Wings of ethereal matter that shimmer in the darkness. Allow one to jump again in midair. It's always just like so satisfying when you get a double jump in a Metroidvania. It's like the best moment in these kinds of games. There's so many places. So this is a moment, like I was saying earlier, this game might be like sometimes lacking in those moments of like, because it's so open as it is, it's like those moments where it's like, oh, now I can go to all those places. But I do feel that with this, because there's like a place in Crystal Peak I couldn't go to. Like there's so many areas I want to check out now. And that stopped the wind too. Interesting. So that's what was like generating the wind. Thank you. Yeah, I had a feeling. I'm like, they're like, the game's never like really done that. I feel like when I go down an area and I can't like backtrack. Nothing anyway. I like how there's like pillars in the foreground. Like it's like a mix of ruins, like organic and inorganic. Okay. Oh, this is so fun. Oh, now I get it. Okay. The Dream Master had this effect going on too. Such a cool effect on the platforms. All right. Round 2. Oh, I didn't even see that orange guy. They like blend in with the background here. Damn. Ads. The ads. It's always the ads. Shit. Oh, no, I didn't get it. Damn. Oh, it's interesting. If you die in there, it's different. I guess because it's technically like you're inside a dream. Okay, so I need to write down really quick to, need a dream mail. The, dream nail. I think I said mail. The, Dream Master's body as well. So some of the bosses must have like a harder, like dream version. I need to try this. Okay, that was cool. It's nice they give you a checkpoint right here. And I still have my money, yeah, because I'm like, this isn't like real. It's like inside a dream. I think. Oh man. It's often the way enemies jump in this that gets me. It's often very unpredictable. Shit. Oh man. Damn. Okay, that was good. Oh, so funny. It's like the same fight. The only thing that's making it so hard is the little ads flying around. And it's like tough because the background's orange, so they kind of like blend in with it. Yep, I just figured it out. I thought they were gonna like talk to me and I was gonna get like some lore about like maybe who this character was or something. Maybe I still will, we'll see. Can I can't dream nail a boss, can I? Yeah, it's just gonna be too hard. I just want to do it like once just to see. But I think it's gonna be too annoying to try it. I was trying to hit them with the dream nail to see if like I would hear their thoughts or whatever. This game is, I keep saying it, it's just so cool. Like every session I play this, I just find something new or some new mechanic or like it really is. It's bringing me back to like when I played like Breath of the Wild, and it was just constant discovery. And I keep using that game as an example because not every game does that for me. Like I've played a lot of games about exploration, but they don't always capture that feeling of you're just always finding something unique and interesting and intriguing. I'm yapping, so I wasn't paying attention. Okay. It is a good video game. That was funny. I don't know what I did there. Gotta watch out for that. Gotta kill those as soon as they appear. Just let me heal. Oh my god, every time. Yeah, they're just constantly appearing. Give it a couple more attempts. This might be something I need to pick up the start of next session. It's just like last time, I like got to a boss. Found a boss right at like the near the end of my stream. Ah, god damn it. I haven't got tripped up by that in a while, but there it is. I hate when that happens. I shoot the projectile when I want to heal. Brutal. It feels like it homes in on you when you're like healing. Yeah. I can just tell I'm like I was like so zoned in with the first version of this boss, but I can tell I'm like I'm just like distracted now because it's about my stopping time, but I still want to give it a couple more tries. I think the way he moves is more sporadic too. Helps when you get both of them in a hit. Now's my chance. God damn. I thought I'd go under it. Okay. Can I just like... No, damn. I thought I could... Well, it did spawn me. Okay, well I may as well just reset this area. I just wanted to get down there quicker. There we go. It's very much that kind of thing when like I get hit once and it just like totally throws me off the groove. But I just gotta remember it's always a chance. I can always heal, even though healing is... I feel like this is probably like the hardest boss to heal during in the game so far. So if it's not him charging you, it's like one of the little orange things. Heal. Oh, damn it. Sometimes I like hit the heal button and it like doesn't register or something. I don't know. Might be my controller, honestly. Hope not. I think I just hit it like as I'm falling down from a jump, so it's like it doesn't quite read the input. Because I'm not like standing on solid ground quite yet. Please, no. I think he does home in on you. So this is great. This is like, there's not a huge walk back to the boss. And they know, because it's like a difficult bonus challenge. So I'm really glad about that. Those jumps, man, get me so badly every time. Damn it! Oh, I hate these orange things are like. My most hated enemy in the game now. You try to heal, he just stomps you. I'm just gonna like stop trying to heal. Yeah. Ran right into that one. Ugh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting sloppy. I'm just gonna respawn. I can go on the other way, that's interesting. Wait. Okay, you do get your life back. I wonder if that's probably, let's see if I can get this right. Yeah, that's a quicker way into the fight. Fuck. Oh, God. Ah. That's the closest I got. Alright, I'm gonna give it 3 more attempts, because then I do need to get off. It's just so fun, just trying it again and again. And I'll definitely be just like fresher tomorrow. That was luck. Yeah, just kill me. It's fine. Yes, because each attempt will take an hour. But clearly not. Okay, last try, for real, last try. That was three, but last try. Ugh. Yeah. All right. Damn. All right. I gotta call it. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I can tell I was like the time the attempt before that. I feel like I got so far, so I can tell I'm like that when I was like more discouraged, and I'm just kind of like looking at the clock now. So yeah, I gotta stop. I'm like stubborn, but I gotta take care of myself. It's healthier to just stop. But yeah, I'll definitely try this again when I pick it up tomorrow. Um, I do want to get to a bench. I think there was one right near here. Right? I think it's like right in here. Yeah. It's a really fun fight. You're just like, there's so much to like to pay attention to. You have to like manage the orange things out of like the corner of my eye, and then like like the thing that keeps getting me, I feel like, is the jumping attacks mainly. It feels like they just home in on you with those. But it's funny how just one element, like the little orange floaty things, just adds so much like difficulty, like managing those. Um, but yeah, thanks for hanging out, Rick Kickham and Gian, and anyone else lurking. Yeah, it was a really fun day. Once again, I just discovered a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I beat the boss I was stuck on at first. Beat another boss down here. Now there's a harder version of this boss, which is cool. Um, yeah, I found this like cool underground area. I just remember that they said earlier too. I think the elder said it. The lower area is composed of like living stone or something. I'm wondering what that's going to lead to, but yeah, it's just so fun. You're always finding something new in this game. It's so great. And then when you get to the bosses, they're just like the action is just really fun too. But yeah, I'll pick this up tomorrow, 7 p.m. I'm gonna give this boss some more attempts then. So all right, yeah, thanks for hanging out again, and have a great time zone, all of you, and thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.